Okay, good afternoon. Today we are doing CO27. I can find a percent of change. So we'll keep working with our percentages. Perhaps you've encountered one or more of the following situations. Last year's 8th grade class had 40 students. This year's class has 50. What is the percent of increase from last year to this year? Or maybe it's getting into that winter season. The total snowfall in winter of last year was 47 inches. This year it's only 28 inches. What is the percent of decrease from last year to this year? In 1998, a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew was only 99 cents. In 2020, a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew is $1.89. Holy cow, what is that percent of increase in price? And the original price of an 8 gigabyte iPhone in 2007 was $599. Today you can buy one on eBay for only $30. What is the percent of decrease in the price? So to answer questions like the ones above, we can use this formula. So this is an important formula to know. The difference between the values. What does difference mean? If we're going to find the difference, what are we doing? Subtracting. So the difference between the values, you subtract them and you divide it by the original value. So let's look at how we can answer these questions using this formula. So if we look at the students, last year's students had 40, this year's class has 50. So we need to find the difference of students and divide it by the original. We started with 40 last year. So our original was 40. So 50 minus 40 over 40. So that gives us 10 over 40, which equals 25%. Because it equals, we can divide out that 10 and that's 1/4. 1/4 we know is 0.25. 0.25 is 25%. So if we look at our snowfall, last year was 47 inches. This year's 28 inches over the original, which is last year. 47 minus 28 is that 19? Yeah. Over 47. What is 19 divided by 47? So 0.404, but it's a percentage. So we're going to stop it at that 100th. So that 4 means we're not going to round it up. We're going to stay at 40. So 0.40, what? Oh, yeah, it does say round to the nearest 10th. Either way, it would still be a 0.4. Yeah. So Mountain Dew. Today it costs $1.89. Used to cost 99 cents. So we want to go over the original. The original was that 99 cents. So $1.89 minus 99 is
almost 70 cents.
It's 90 cents, right?
Yeah.
$1.89 minus 99 over 99 cents. So what did you say it was when we divide 0.9 divided by 0.99, Colin?
It's like 90.
So it goes 909090.
Yeah.
So for some reason he's saying round to the nearest 10th, but he's going to the hundredths because it's a percentage. So we want to go to the percentage. So it says round to the nearest 10th, but really you want to round to the 100th. Okay, because we want to get that percentage. Percentages go to the 100th place. So this, if we're rounding to our 100th, That would be 0.91, which is 91%. Does that make sense, Maddie?
Oh, yeah, now that.
Okay.
I was gonna go with 0.91.
We rounded
Oh.
to the 100th place.
Oh, no, because 9.
Because 9, we have to round up. All right, the last one, the iPhone. 599 minus 30. Woo. But do you really want to spend $30 on an iPhone from 2007? I'm sure it's not going to work because technology has changed multiple times since then. So our original price was $599. So you find that difference, divide it by the original. 599 minus 30, 569 divided by 599. So 569 divided by 599 is going to be a pretty high percentage. What is that percentage? Who has found it? Caitlin?
95%.
95%. 569 divided by 599 is 95%. Molly?
Also, we're figuring out these problems. Are we allowed to use a calculator?
I like for us to be able to use our brains to do it, but I'm fine with you checking it with calculators. Okay? Try to use your brain because, trust me, I've had 3 kids go through middle school, and when we get to use calculators, it's really easy to forget our math facts. So I want us to remember how to do it. So when you are in high school, you don't say, I don't know how to do long division anymore. I don't know how to do it. Okay, you got to keep up with your skills or you kind of lose them. So I want us to be able to do it with our pencil and paper, but definitely check it with your calculators. Totally fine. Andrea.
So, for the first one, that's not the students, but the one like under that was like original 90.
Yeah, we're not down there yet. Any questions on these ones up here? Maddie.
Okay. I'm confused on how you go about getting the 95% on it.
So 569 divided by 599. So 569.
I was just knowing, I just want to know the equation.
That's what this bar means, remember? That fraction bar means divide.
What is it again?
569 divided by 599. That's how we get 0.95. Because 599 cannot go into 569, so we need to add on our decimals. Okay, so remember, if your outside number is bigger, you add on the decimals to the inside number. So now let's scroll up. I almost had it all. All right, too far. Find the percent of change. Round to the nearest 10th. But again, if we're finding a percent, you can round to the 100th. Okay, so if we're finding a percent, round to that 100th. So our original is 90, and our new is 130. So remember the formula, you need to subtract them, find the difference, and divide it by the original. So 130 minus 90 would be 40 over 90. Remember that fraction bar means divide, so 40 divided by 90. Put your decimal point on, add your zeros. 90 goes into 400. 4.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a repeating 4s. So that rounding it would give us that 44%. Izzy.
I did it differently. I did it like, so I did 40 over 90, and I took away the adjustment of the 90. And
Yeah.
I got 4 9s, and
You can definitely simplify 40 over 90. You could divide that 10 out and get 4 over 9,
And I just did times 4.
you're still dividing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just did it to the 10th place instead of to the 100th. Yeah, that's totally fine. Andrea?
So I have a question. So if the original 90 is the new 130, you did 130 minus 90.
Yeah, we're not going into negative numbers. You always put the big number first because you want to find the difference between the two.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter if the original is bigger or smaller. To find the difference, you always put the big number first, subtract out the smaller number.
Okay.
Any other questions on this? So remember, Andrea had a good question. It doesn't matter if our original is bigger or smaller than the new. You put the big number first, you subtract out the small number to find the difference. We don't go into negative numbers when we're finding that difference between the original and the new. So big minus the small divided by the original. All right, with that, we are going to say goodbye to our friends at home and hope that you stay safe and have a good day.